What's going on YouTube, Facebook, wherever you may be watching this video? My name is Joshua Carter with Joshua Carter Performance, and just keeping in rhythm with the video every single day. I'm not gonna say every single day, but just keep it in. We'll just post some consistent videos on this channel. I wanted to, in the first video, in the introductory video, I talk about just being very transparent, being who you are, living in who you are. And tonight, I just wanted to upload just raw emotion. Today, I'm not even gonna say today, since probably like the last few months, I've just been real heavy in my mind and real heavy on really trying to connect with who I am, trying to be, and I use the word trying loosely, trying to be a better human, trying to understand life, trying to understand purpose, trying to understand, most of all, peace. And it just seems like every single day something pops up in my life that is self-inflicted. I call that just like self-inflicting pain. It's very common. And what I mean by that is, I don't know if people who watch this video, listen to my podcast, go through this as well, but just being more like on the negative side of life than the positive side of life. And I don't know where I get that from. I don't know if that's because, I've had so many years of good fortune growing up. Everything was fine. Really didn't have to, I did things that teenagers do that would cause me to get in trouble, but I wasn't like a troublemaker. None of my friends were really troublemakers. There was a period in time in my life where I was like the popular cool guy, and all that stuff mattered to me. And at 34, I'm slowly realizing that I wasted a lot of time. And in me making that transition from saying that, I'm going to go back to my original point, but when I say I wasted a lot of time, I really put so much time in being accepted, and so much time in being the cool person, and so much time in being the best friend. And I wasn't focusing on life. I never, whatever age I was, I focused on that age. I remember, I can vaguely or vividly remember being like 20 and my dad saying, these next 10 years are going to be very important, so take them seriously. And I remember saying, like, that's 10 years away. Now, 14 years later, I'm really starting to catch on to everything he was saying. Now, he's long past and things like that. It'll actually be 5 years and 2 weeks. But my whole point is saying that a lot of negative things happen, like losing my father, losing my grandmother, seeing my mom deal with stuff on a daily basis. But I secretly try to find the good in everything. There was a time where, like, the heat in my house didn't work. There was a time where I didn't have internet. There was a time, and this was like a month ago, and through all that, I still tried to find like a peaceful balance in that. And I was pretending almost, like I was angry, I was upset, and I was trying to be peaceful because it could have been worse. I still had a car to drive. I still was able to be comfortable. I still was able to eat. I was still able to breathe, walk, talk, hear, listen, have a healthy daughter. All these things that some people don't even get the luxury of having, I was able to still have and maintain. So today, it's been one of those days where I've just been so like caught up in like the negative, like the real negative. Like, I've had a lot of stomach pain. I've had some headaches. My contacts have been hurting a lot lately. And I know it sounds like I'm just complaining, but I'm saying all that to say all that stuff that I'm dealing with is coming from a place of just like negative stress. I'm so blessed in my life, and I overlook blessings every single day. I'm very competitive is the word I'm going to use, because I want things, and I feel like this world is turning away from, like, the people that we look at now that are successful, like some people that I follow and on social media and things like that. I look at them and, I'm like, man, they have 800,000 YouTube subscribers, 100,000, 800,000 social media followers, and they're the same age as me, if not younger in some cases. And we're doing the same thing. We're doing fitness, we're doing YouTube, we're doing transformations. But then I realized, like, I can't be competitive with those people if I'm not even in the race. And what I mean when I say I'm not even in the race is, I'm still overweight. I'm a fitness channel. I'm a fitness brand. My mental health is not where it should be, and I'm a mental health advocate. My highlighting the positive and turning the page on the negative mentality is not in full tact. I live in this mind state that when I was 29 and I jumped on fitness and I was working out and I was eating healthy and I didn't like waver. Like I didn't, like nothing could get me off track. Like nothing. Like if I was dating someone at that time and they wanted to go out to dinner or they wanted to go for ice cream, I wouldn't do it. Like it was like, well, I'll do it, but I gotta go to the gym first. I want to record a video first. Like it probably is not on YouTube anymore, but I started a YouTube channel called Fresh Fitness back in 2012, December 2012, talking about my weight loss. I maybe had like 4 or 5 videos up there, and then my father died like a month later, so I stopped doing all that, and I lost my weight with that. And I think like if I would have kept that going, where would I be now? I would be with the 800,000 because I did it so naturally. You know, I didn't do it the right way in the beginning, but as I started to progress and study fitness and study the lifestyle, I started doing it the right way. But I was so focused that nothing could take anything in my life. Like I knew I wanted to start a fitness business. I was preparing to quit my job, all that stuff. And I got to a place of, how do I say this? I got to a place of lack because I lost my father and other things started to happen. But I was still working out. It's like I had more access to more money. So I was buying Ben and Jerry's ice cream every day, buying cookies and cakes every day, eating all that stuff, drinking more. And I said all that to say this. In 2018, I can't go, it's like I'm lying. If I go post a transformation picture from 2012 and try to get people to work out with me, I created this whole developmental program in my mind of lose weight with me. Like we're doing this together. Because I see people, again, on Instagram and YouTube who are bigger than me, but they're fitness pages. And they got the followers. They got the brands supporting them. But I noticed that they just are genuine in who they are. They're not fake. You know, I seem very fake and I feel very fake because I don't even live the lifestyle that I'm telling you all to live. You know, I'm not always positive. And I know a lot of the people who do inspiration are not always positive. You know, but they can bounce back from it. You know, like today I woke up in a good mood. I woke up about 5 o'clock in the morning. Slept about 3 hours last night. Woke up about 5 o'clock this morning. I was planning on having like a good day with my girlfriend, things like that. But then, like, I just got I sunk into a space of like unworthiness almost. Like, you know, when I'm out in public and I look at people and I see how people interact, I feel like, you know, I was happy at one point in my life. Like, I was extremely happy. I don't know what happened, but like I was very happy. I was at peace. But then I sit back and think like, bro, no, I wasn't. Because I was doing things for acceptance. And I think the part of discovering happiness is you have to go through periods of like darkness. Like, you know, like how this light is shining in this room. You have to go through periods of darkness to get to your light. Like the sun goes down, then the sun comes back up. You got to go through that darkness right there to get that sun to come back. And everybody in my life is so positive that, you know, when I'm telling my girlfriend, like, I can't do this, I can't do that, I'm too old, she has all the right things to say. And I firmly believe that she's not saying them just to say them. She really believes that because she's been through some things in her life. My mother the other day told me, if people are getting in your space and affecting your positivity, tell the person to leave you alone, including me. And so that lets me know that my mom has turned a corner. She's going through a lot of her stuff on her own, but she's still telling me to find positivity. So I don't know if she's telling me that because she needs me to be strong for her or she really doesn't want me to go crazy. But, you know, I was just thinking like, you know, I'm not even like a good boyfriend, you know, because I break down so often and I'm supposed to be the rock in the relationship. And here she is having to do that. And it just lets me know like, years ago, I can't continue to live back then. Like I knew, you know, I walked with confidence, I walked with purpose, but it was fake. And now I'm trying to contain it and be genuine and be real. But it's like every day I feel like something shakes me. Like something, you know, like I worry about things that have never happened. Like I worry about, you know, like a lot of, like this is an older house. So a lot of people, you know, you hear it on the news now, it's cold in Ohio. So people, like their pipes are freezing. I'm just waiting for the pipes to burst. You know, it's like, you know, I'm just waiting. I wait for things to happen instead of making things happen, instead of being prepared and figuring out how to avoid those situations. Like the biggest thing right now is starting a business. And I've been doing it since June. And I told my girlfriend this the other day. Like, I feel like I haven't lost any weight, and I'm a fitness company. I feel like I don't even value the brand enough because I don't look like the other people in this business. And then add on top of that, like I said, there's bigger people who do fitness, and they got it all going for them. And then I try to talk myself into it, like, well, you just started in June, you can't be that way. But then I figure, like, well, yes, I can. Like, I can be that way because I just wanted everything to work out. I can't figure out how to be, you know, healthy in my relationship, but I started out that way. I can't figure out how to be healthy for my mother, but I started out that way. I don't know, and I'm just being transparent. I'm just talking. Like, I don't know if it is. What do I do? Like, do I read more books? Do I cut the TV off for about a month? What do I do? Like, do I go to church? Do I get in the Word? Like, what do I do? And for me as like the brand ambassador and like prime example, I was just watching YouTube videos, and a guy was saying on a YouTube video that he makes well over six figures just from YouTube, and that's not including his other business avenues. So I'm sitting there thinking, I go to Google while he's talking. I pull up my laptop and go to Google and type in how do you become a millionaire on YouTube, and YouTube is talking about stuff like ads, creating ads, and you have to pay for ad space and that type of people. But it's like there's not like a direct answer, and I feel like at 34, I should know these things, and I really feel like I don't know anything. Like, it may be just a mental lapse, but I really feel like I don't know anything, and not just even about business. Like, people, like my daughter called the other day and she asked me, "Hey, Daddy, why is it cold and like really like 3 degrees where you are, but it's 28 degrees where I am?" And I had to like go on Google really quick and find the answer, but it's something like that where I feel like I should know things, and I'm not. This is not like a pity party. This is just being real and transparent because I feel like a lot of people have moments like this, and it's hard when you think that you're the only one. I'm in a situation now where I feel like I'm an entrepreneur with no clients, with no cards, no website, no backing, no nothing, no progress since June. And I have to realize, like, because I can't live in 2012. If I drop a picture from 2012 and I go meet a person who wants to get consulted, they're going to be like, this ain't the guy that I saw on Instagram. This ain't the dude I saw on YouTube. This ain't the dude I saw on Facebook. But it's like, I try to compensate by saying, well, I know how to do that. I know how to lose weight. I know how to, do all these things. And I really do. Like, I wish I could get access to my book right now, but I really do. Like, I studied these things. I can talk it, but I have to understand this is a process. This was not something, Rome wasn't built overnight. But when you factor in finances and you factor in real life, entrepreneurship is almost like a fantasy, But then I have to realize it's a real life thing because people do it every day. I can't get mad if somebody tells me, oh, this isn't working, you have to go to work, or this isn't working, you can't do this or you can't do that. I can't be mad at stuff like that. And people don't say those things to me, but if the time ever came where somebody did say to me, you may not be an entrepreneur because you're not making any money. Part of, like, and one of my friends told me this, I'm in a fitness industry where on YouTube, there's like over 100 million fitness videos. I am a small fish in a big pond. But the crazy part about it is the water never stops. Somebody told me that. And that means that there's enough water for everybody to drink. There's enough water for every fish to drink. You just got to keep drinking. And that struck a chord in me. And on the back end of that, he said, and this is my friend that's been an entrepreneur for like 5 years, and his last 2 years have been successful. He said to me, how I go to my clothing store and I go sit in my office and design shirts and design pants and design hats. That's going to work. I might not be making money, but I'm creating for the future. You going to the gym and you going and reading and watching and creating and writing, those are your revenues to create your fortune for the future. Take the money out of it. You have to go out there and take your lumps and do what you have to do. But then I come back like, well, I'm 34 years old. I got a 7-year-old. I'm in a relationship. My mom going through stuff. Part of the process. But I feel like it's easier to say that to somebody when they've already went through their process and still going through their process, but they can keep their bills paid, or they can, they can afford to go out and sit down and have a nice dinner with their wife, and take their kids to a movie with no what if. I just want to get to that point, and I know it's a process, and I know this video might seem to be a downer, but it's really not. I'm just trying to really, get over the hump, get over that space of being lost. And like I said, being stuck in 2012 where I'm a fitness brand, but I can't expect people to look at me and say he's a fitness brand. I can't expect, it'd be like me being a barber and my hair looking like this. Like, would you trust me to cut your hair? You might if I had pictures to post or of things that I've done, but you may be like, well, he's a barber, look at him. But I've been to barbers who don't cut their hair, and they are great barbers. So that probably was a bad analogy. But I have to get to a place of, things that I preach, peace and purpose and prosperity. I got to get to that point and really stick to that point. And I'm trying to get there every single day, but it just seems like I get in my own way. And I know you know the term of stay out of your own way. I'm in my way so bad that it's almost scary. So I'm going to work on that. Tomorrow's another day. I'm going to be better. I'm going to be stronger. I'm claiming it now. I'm going to get away from the negativity. I'm going to get away from, I feel like I have to create and be consistent. That's what it is, being consistent. And like I said in the video yesterday, the how will come, but I have to be consistent. Whatever my avenue is, whatever clicks in my brain to get it done, I have to get it done. 34, 44, I have to get it done. So thanks for watching. If you're going through something, just remember that you get a new day, you get another opportunity, and just always believe in yourself, And as always, Joshua Carter Performance on all social media platforms. And we are going to be better in 2018. We're going to be better with each second that we're given. We're going to be better. Thank you.